People often question if we're the only ones in this vast cosmos out here. Aliens have been on our minds for years, observing the skies and pondering whether there's more life out there, and as it happens, it is true that NASA's chief recently said that the James Webb Space Telescope was discovered. Something incredible. It's our finest instrument for observing the situation and preparing for a astounding revelation about life on this planet. Proxima B is really far away. May make all the difference, so let's see what was discovered by the telescope and what it implications for us and next space missions. Superb is the James Webb Space Telescope, sophisticated and capable of completely altering how we see the cosmos. It's at a fantastic location in space so that researchers may examine stars, more planets and galaxies than ever before, offering us a whole new perspective on space. May seem like a lot, but the technology in this telescope is really capable of highlights one of the most amazing features of its enormous main mirror is a telescope. It is far larger than the one on the assistance of the Hubble Space Telescope. This large mirror has been there for 30 years. Enables it to capture even the faintest light from very far locations even. Now, additional telescopes were unable to observe those distant objects are visible to scientists in depth rather than only speculating about them. Plus, there are several new tools on the telescope that is able to recognize many kinds of light wavelengths, such as the near-power cameras and infrared cameras take imagery in the near-infrared region of. This is fantastic for the light spectrum because dust may pass through infrared light clouds that prevent normal light from entering. Thus we can view further into space thanks to an infrared camera. See the formation of stars in galaxies. These intimate observations assist us in discover how the cosmos came into being, how planets are found, and how galaxies form. It was inaccessible to other telescopes. NCAM and other telescopic instruments provide us fascinating details on the form of the cosmos, demonstrating the formation of galaxies and evolve throughout time, assisting us in discover what causes space to be the way it is. An additional crucial instrument on the telescope. NISP stands for Near Infrared Spectrograph. It divides the light from far-off objects into various wavelengths. This is termed spectroscopy, which provides us with much about the temperature and motion of the item and its composition. Spec is helpful. Scientists investigate galaxies and stars in depth by examining the illumination they capture in and release to discover what there are components and an awareness of how the interaction of objects in space is also beneficial. Us comprehend how galaxies and stars live from the moment of their birth till they. One of the primary functions of the telescope is to see very distant galaxies, far from where the light has been for billions of years to look at and get to us. By looking at these galaxies' light, we can determine their age and income of and other crucial factors determining, uncovering the methods by which they alter them. Another is the mid-infrared instrument MIRI, instrument that prolongs our learning sessions. Infrared light wavelengths that are beneficial to us. Examine objects such as planets, stars, and places covered in dust where new stars are being made. MIRI allow us to gaze at the air as well. Orbiting exoplanets, providing important information regarding their temperature and what's in them, as well as if they might have life in the regions where stars are formed are really. These dense dust clouds are fascinating. Regular light is blocked by gas, but infrared MRI allows light to pass through. Scientists are able to observe planets and stars being created, allowing us to examine what's MRI is taking place within these nurseries. Crucial for locating exoplanets as well, due to its ability to identify and examine the weak. Their air's infrared light reveals to us crucial information regarding their surroundings, such as in the presence of water, carbon dioxide, and additional items that might indicate life when searching for extraterrestrial life. The telescopes in two primary ways: spectroscopy and air quality inspection. Even if there are no vegetation on a planet or oxygen, these techniques remain crucial, as not every life needs such items. Spectroscopy, or examining the properties of light, absorbed or released by anything, is key for examining the surrounding air. Exoplanets, whenever one enters its star, is visible via the telescope, the light from the stars streaming through the planet's air, leaving behind microscopic, chemical indicators that may be examined in order to determine the types of molecules present in the air. The telescope has two primary instruments for this. MIRI examines the mid-spec and the infrared portion of the spectrum. It examines the near-infrared portion. These tools together cover all the wavelengths required for a thorough examination. Upon passing through the air of an exoplanet provides information about the telescope's representation of the planet, examines these signals to determine identifying molecules in the air that might represent life or circumstances that could find these markings to bolster it. Models may be created by scientists to improve, comprehend the temperature and air of the planet. One of the primary objectives of the telescope is to search for substances connected to life, such as water, methane, and oxygen, but discovering these are hardly the finish. We still have more to accomplish. Findings to determine if the planet is habitable and if there are indications of comparison is another essential skill in life. Spectroscopy of indicators, which the telescopes to aid in the search for life by contrasting light data from several planets that scientists can determine if there may be living things out there. What do you do? After considering all of this, please leave a remark here, and do let us know if you like the film. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. The James Webb Space Telescope has the ability to identify substances in the surrounding air, exoplanets associated with life. This is a significant advancement in the search for aliens. The telescope has a lot of technology that allows it to see far-off planets in fantastic detail. Scientists are examining the data and discovering new information about the likelihood of extraterrestrial life. We can see the earliest bits using a telescope of the cosmos by capturing illumination from galaxy formations that produced billions of. The telescope provided us with an opportunity to discover how the cosmos altered. These findings provide us with information on how planets, stars, and how galaxies formed and how the cosmos works. In addition to searching for life, James, we are assisted by Webb Space Telescope. Recognize that space in general might take detailed images of galaxies in the distance, the assistance of stars and other celestial bodies. Scientists reconstruct the tale of the cosmos with every discovery. The telescope questions our beliefs, opening up space to facilitate space travel and assist us comprehend what's out there searching for. The telescope will continue to assist us in the future. Investigate the unknown, and the discoveries it produces could alter our perception of the cosmos, and the more we go, the farther space travel goes. The James ventured into space to find life. The Webb Space Telescope will be at the forefront of the James Webb Space Telescope, in brief, is it. For interstellar travel, the game share can see exoplanets are discovered by faraway galaxies and look for life indicators that indicate a large step toward comprehending the cosmos with powerful instruments and amazing capabilities. How we explore space will be altered by telescopes and divulge the universe's mysteries. The James Webb Space Telescope is able to see exoplanets' atmosphere, which is really thrilling as it allows researchers look for evidence of life on other planets, which the telescope's instruments allow. Planets and their atmosphere are visible to humans with excellent clarity by identifying important chemicals that could indicate that life exists, such as water, oxygen, methane, and the telescope is a tool for figuring out if other planets might sustain life. capabilities extend beyond visual perception. Items that the telescope's technology allows us to assist in comparing planets to Earth. Scientists see how planets with comparable features could come to life by the telescope's spectroscopy may malfunction. Downlight from far-off stars and planets, allowing researchers to examine what this is what these worlds are composed of, crucial for determining if exoplanets may possess surroundings that might provide life and provides fresh avenues for exploration. Someplace in the cosmos life might exist. Additionally, the telescope may concentrate on the infrared spectrum that enables it to identify hidden things, such as the formation of stars and planets or dust clouds being created. These areas are often concealed from ordinary visible light-based telescopes, but the infrared capabilities of the telescope allow it to look beyond this cosmic dust and discover information that would otherwise be concealed. These findings aid in our comprehension of how objects form and evolve in space, allowing researchers to examine what causes the cosmos that the telescope is able to also see in the mid- and near-infrared ranges, creating new avenues for research. The star's life cycles and how its tools are meant to create galaxies, to investigate the light from stars in galaxies, plus other items in space, allowing researchers investigate their composition, their age, and the way they're placed. When combined, this will enable scientists to view how galaxies alter the birth of stars and pass away, as well as how planets are created. One interesting feature of the James Webb Space Telescope's ability to display the early regions of the cosmos via research. Light originating from the earliest galaxies to created during the Big Bang, researchers may discover the origins of the cosmos. This is significant because it may assist us see how the cosmos has evolved over, how it continues after billions of years, altering the telescope's instruments to allow it to examine the past more thoroughly than before. Prior to receiving illumination from galaxies that were created providing a billion years ago, examining the origin of the cosmos. The information from James Webb Space travel will be greatly altered by telescopes, while researchers continue to examine the data from exoplanets, galaxies, and stars that may discover things that contradict what we understand the cosmos. These discoveries might alter our perception of our position in space, posing fresh queries and opportunities for the telescope is a large tool for space exploration, advance in the study of the cosmos, and responding to some important inquiries from folks have long questioned if we're the only ones in the cosmos we've been gazing at for eons. The stars are considering other lives. Let's see what it may not be. No longer only an idea in NASA's mind. The James Webb Space was recently mentioned by Honcho. Telescope discovered something incredible. Our finest instrument for checking is a telescope out of space, and it seems to have discovered life genuinely on a planet known as Proxima B. Let's get started, since this might alter everything, into the findings of the telescope and what, for us in space exploration, it signifies. The James Webb Space Telescope is an amazing device. Fascinating technology that can really alter our perception of the cosmos. It has sophisticated items that allow scientists to examine distant planets, galaxies, and stars such as never before, providing us with a whole new perspective of space. And believe me, this technology fulfills the excitement around a significant. This telescope's 6.5-meter mirror, much larger than the Hubble's. The Space Telescope has been performing. After around 30 years of space study, the telescope's large mirror allows it to grasp, even out in space, the faintest glimmer, places that were just invisible to other telescopes. Previously, scientists could only guess what was now available because of they can really see it with this telescope. With bizarre detail apart from the mirror, telescope has a variety of instruments for recognizing various types of light. This item is known as the near IR cam and infrared camera that captures images with near-infrared illumination. The reason for this is because the infrared light may get through such clouds of dust that let light to pass through while blocking normal light. Researchers probe further into space. Using NI-CAM's high-resolution capabilities allows astronomers to see how stars develop in galaxies. Moreover, there is the spectrograph for infrared. It separates light from a great distance. This allows you to group things in space into bands. Scientists are able to determine things like how quickly something gets heated, moving, and its composition are helpful. We investigate stars and galaxies to determine what they're composed of and know how they operate. One of the biggest important tasks include checking out distant galaxies by observing the illumination from. Researchers can determine how these galaxies old people are, what they are, and more significant items. Then there's the MIRI, a mid-infrared device, is used to study longer infrared light wavelengths. Aids in the observation of objects like stars, planetary systems, and those areas covered with dust, where MIRI is creating new stars. Aids astronomers in examining the exoplanet atmospheres, providing information regarding their composition and how attractive they are, and if they were able to survive those. The locations of starbirths are they're filled with gas and dust, which is intriguing, that obstruct normal light yet allow MIRI's infrared light transmission. Scientists can observe planets and stars. MIRI is also essential for locating exoplanets because to its ability to capture and analyze the faint infrared radiation coming from their atmospheres that may inform us of the presence of carbon dioxide, water vapor, or other items that, when looked upon, may indicate life. Seeking extraterrestrial life with the Webb telescope. Use two primary methods for checking out light and researching atmospheric conditions, even if there are no vegetation or oxygen on the planet. These methods remain significant. Spectroscopy, or examining the properties of light taken up or released by anything, is a significant portion of examining exoplanets. Atmospheres. With the arrival of an exoplanet, its star is visible via the telescope. The light from the stars streaming through the atmosphere of an exoplanet, which leaves behind chemical indicators that researchers can research to determine what's in the atmosphere. MIRI is used by the telescope, and for this, they provide a broad variety of light required for an attractive appearance during. This starlight contains information on the Earth's chemical composition. Using the Webb telescope examines this to determine what kind. There are many things in the atmosphere, including finding biomarkers is the primary objective, which are items related to life, such as water vapor, methane, and oxygen, but discovering these items is just the beginning. Further investigation is required to determine whether the viable planet and if there are any indicators of life, as well as the Webb telescope use a technique known as comparative indicator spectroscopy to enhance the appearance for life via the examination of light data from. Scientists can determine the various planets out the likelihood that life exists someplace else. What are your thoughts about all of this? Please write a remark below and give the video a thumbs up if you like it. Get up and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Findings from the James Webb Space Telescope. Exoplanet atmosphere biomarkers are first step in seeking life outside of Earth is able to observe other planets in bizarre detail. Scientists continue to examine the data and discovering new information about the chances of extraterrestrial life. Additionally, a telescope may see the past via seeing light from newly created galaxies. Many years ago, this taught us how the expansion of the cosmos provides us with an improved understanding of how planets, stars, and how galaxies formed and how the cosmos works. In addition to searching for life, James, we are learning thanks to the Webb Space Telescope. Considering space in general, it requires comprehensive images of galaxies, stars, and other space-related items that aid scientists, assembled the universe's history. It continuously alters what we believe to be true regarding space and forcing us to reconsider it, adventure and the world around us as we. In the future, the telescope will remain crucial tool for investigating the items it discovers, might significantly alter our perception of the universe and space travel's future. As we go further into space and search for, this telescope will undoubtedly lead the way in essentially the James Webb Space. A fresh chapter is being written by Telescope in. Space exploration is enabling us to see. When galaxies detect exoplanets, they search for indications of life with its instruments and abilities. It will revolutionize the way we study space and uncover the universe's mysteries. The ability of the James Webb Space Telescope to examining the atmospheres of exoplanets is one. One of its best features is that it allows scientists to, on the far away, seek for little indications of life. Worlds and its instruments enable us to see planets and their environments like never before. By locating elements such as oxygen and methane with vaporized water, the telescope turns into a crucial component in determining if other life is not limited to planets. Seeing things allows us to make huge analogies to Earth. Thus, researchers can see how planets with comparable objects may sustain life by seeing light. Telescope is able to see the amount of substances on these planets is enormous. To determine if exoplanets can have habitats that the telescopes, the capacity to concentrate on infrared light as well, enables it to view stars and other hidden objects originating in planets or dust clouds. Expanding, these regions are often concealed via standard telescopes as well as the James. The ability of the Webb Space Telescope to view light in the near and mid-infrared spectrum opens possibilities. Fresh approaches to researching how stars live and how galaxies are formed in order to study light from cosmic objects and galaxies, so experts can examine the age of their substances and construct. This will all aid in knowing how galaxies develop, how planets all form, and how stars die. Jointly, another awesome feature of the James Webb Space Telescope may display the universe's early regions by seeing the first galaxy's light. Following the Big Bang, scientists can comprehend the origins of the universe. Also enables us to understand how the world, over millions of years, changes. Will continue seeing data from galaxies and stars and exoplanets. They may subsequently create large modifications to our preconceived notions regarding the universe.